want to see the letter, our website is sfautismsociety.org, and look under the blog, and you will see it there. And that way people can get the details, maybe more so than I can share in this period we have together.
Absolutely.
What happened is this. It's a very common situation. We have an autism family who lives here in Silicon Valley. There are, in this county, Santa Clara County, there are 3,200 people with autism who are served by the Department of Developmental Services, so those with kind of more severe forms of autism. So as we know, autism is increasingly common and pervasive. And this was a family, still is a family, with one child. It's a boy who at the time the lawsuit was filed was 9 years old. And he exhibited, autism behaviors that, frankly, people like me, I have 2 autistic kids, and our people see all the time. They were deemed by the neighbors to be so disruptive and so concerning, though, that the neighbors chose to file a lawsuit against the family to have this young boy declared a, quote, public nuisance. And they were also seeking unspecified damages for, trespass and battery. Now, what were the events that led to this? What in the world could have led the neighbors to file such a massive and draconian lawsuit against an autism family? Well, the allegations were that over the course of several years that sporadic events occurred that disturbed the neighbors, and they were things like this: that the boy threw a bicycle helmet, that the boy kicked a car. By the way, there are no damages alleged, right? These were just acts without damage. He pulled a kid's hair. He did a variety of things like going into a neighbor's garage and taking a banana.
A banana. I mean, this is what we're talking about.
In the complaint. Yeah, these were allegations in the complaint. He took some sweets from a neighbor. He spat on the ground. These weren't things that happened like all the time, but these were like sporadic events that happened over the course of many, many years that the neighbors assiduously cataloged, all of these little actions and then compiled them into this blistering, complaint about nothing. I mean, it was, to me, a lot of people read this complaint and kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, "Oh, sounds like my kids,"
Yeah.
These are things that are now very common in the community, and by and large, neighbors are very understanding, and people work things out, and here's an example. So the plaintiff alleged that the boy threw objects over the backyard fence into their yard. Well, that's something my son has done probably 100 times. With my neighbors, you name it, sticks, toys, iPods. He's burned it over their fence. Well, you talk to your neighbors and you work things out. But in this case, the neighbors, for reasons that nobody really can fathom, really took this to an extreme, trying to have this boy declared a public nuisance. There is no precedent that we could find for anything like this. In fact, we think it's so repulsive to public policy to have a developmentally disabled boy declared a public nuisance that we're surprised, in fact shocked, that any lawyer would file such a case. Yeah. But nevertheless, that's where we are, and the case remains pending.